Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So today is September 16th, I think. Yes it is. And I am exactly 3 months post-op from gastric sleeve surgery. So I wanted to give you some updates on stats, that kind of thing. I totally forgot to take measurements today. I'm sorry about that. I'll try to do that before next week's video. But before I get into it, I want to let you know, I know a lot of people have been asking about the fascia blasting, and I wanted to let you know I do have a video coming out. I filmed it earlier, so it will come out probably later today. I have to do some editing on it to get it all in order. Had some issues with my phone. But anyway, I will post that today so you can see my routine and kind of what I do and just kind of an overview. And if you're just curious what they look like, these are the tools that I use the most. This is the original fascia blaster. I do have it. I don't really use it. I use these two mainly, and these are nice because they're like small. You could travel with them really easily. So, but I won't get into that in here. So definitely check that video out if you're interested, or if you have any questions, let me know. But to get us started off, especially if you're just now joining and you don't know any of my stats, I started off this journey at 275 back in May, April, that time frame, basically COVID era. I was at my heaviest at 275. I have PCOS, so losing weight has always been a struggle. I started trying to diet on my own, and I did lose a little bit of weight, and then I stalled. So I got down to about 263. I think surgery day I was 263.5. Today I am 207. So that is so exciting. I've lost over 65 pounds since starting my weight loss journey. Obviously a little bit less with surgery, but not much less. So that's exciting. Like, I am really proud of the accomplishment that I've made in this crazy year that is 2020. It's not been easy. So it's been a challenge. So I want to talk about some of those challenges that I feel like don't get a lot of attention. And I also want to talk about why I think it is so important, if you're doing gastric sleeve, gastric bypass, any kind of weight loss surgery, that you consider doing counseling long-term after, because it can be really helpful. Like, I see my counselor every 2 to 3 weeks, and I have done this since before surgery. Like, I've seen the same counselor for probably 5 or 6 years now, and we have a really good relationship. She's really good at like understanding me. So if you are looking into counseling, find someone that you can talk to and that you trust. Because it can be really beneficial. So, and also she's just wowed. Like, every time she sees me every few weeks, she's like, wow, you look even smaller. So that's kind of fun. But in general, I think it's been really helpful. So I saw her this week, and I literally put notes in my phone of things that I wanted to talk about. And one of those was body dysmorphia. I might insert a photo here of the photo that I'm going to reference. So that photo really messed with my head. It was at the end of, I know I talked last week about our anniversary trip. So that was the last day of our trip, and we were leaving to come home, and we found that there was like a little stream outside of our Airbnb at the B&B we were staying at. So I was like, oh, take a picture. Like, I look so cute in my romper, my Cantha Bay, like, take a picture of me. And y'all, he took like 3 or 4 pictures. And my husband's a pretty good photographer. He's also tall, so normally the angle is right because he's 6'6". So like, it's not like he's taking it from way down here. I saw those photos and instantly was reminded of 275 pound Megan. And it broke my heart. Like, I was just like, wow, I don't look like I've lost any weight. And it was really hard to see that, because really it was just, hey, I'm wearing loose fitting clothing. Like, I'm not standing in a flattering position. Maybe I need to work on my poses. I don't know. But I saw those photos, and all I could see were the imperfections, instead of the fact that I have come so far and that I kicked butt on this trip by doing all these things that I could never have done before. So it really hurt me. Like, it hurt my self-esteem. For the rest of the day, my self-esteem was shot. Like, I really wanted to change outfits. Like, and of course we'd already packed up. Like, we were literally leaving. Like, he had the bags. We were about to go to the car. So it's not like I could have just been like, let me just change real quick. Or, that wasn't an option. So I guess, before I'd said, oh, non-skill victory, I can wear loose fitting clothing and I feel confident. That's true. I can wear loose fitting clothes and still feel confident. But I think my mind still needs to catch up with my body, and it's taking some time. And it's just hard not to see those imperfections in yourself. So I think that's completely normal, but it's really hard. And sometimes I struggle with that, getting out of the bed every morning. I'm just like, gosh, you know, I just feel like the old me. And I can't explain it more than that, I guess. And my counselor was like, you know what, this is valid. Like, you're completely valid feeling this way. She said, I felt this way before, because she had actually dropped some weight before, where she was like a size, I don't know, 16, and went to like a size 6 or 8 or so. And she kind of told me about her story of how like she was in disbelief that one day she went shopping and bought a size 10 and it was too big. She had to go down to a size 8, and it just blew her mind. And I get that for sure. I went shopping the other day and I bought a pair of, I got a pair of overalls, and they were a size 12, and I was like, well, they probably won't fit yet, you know, like I'll have to like lose a little bit more weight and then they'll fit. Guys, they were hard to get over my hips. I almost wore them today, but I was like, I don't want to deal with this every time I go to the bathroom. They were kind of hard to get over my hips, but once I got them on, they fit like a glove, and they looked good. So I'm glad I bought those, first of all, but I think in like the next 10 pounds, they're going to look really good on me. So that's exciting. Like that's another thing I'm gonna talk about. It's really exciting now, shopping for clothes, finding things that fit. So this is a size large from Target. I don't remember the last time I could buy a large from Target. I think this is the brand A New Day. And this is not a stretchy material. This is kind of like a linen blend. And granted, I just noticed it is pulling a little bit at the bust, but it's not bad, and you can't really tell with all the floral. And then I got the matching skirt in a size 14. Tried them on together. Thought I'd be a fan. Not really. Liked the skirt on its own though, so I kept it so I could wear a different top with it. But I'm gonna wear this like I'm wearing it with pants. So, but yeah, so right now my sizes are, I can wear like a large in t-shirts, a large in some blouses, and then I'm wearing a size 14 in pants. So 14s fit good. Universal Thread is my favorite brand. Love it. So I've gotten a lot on Poshmark. I found these at Goodwill for like $4, which is amazing. So, you know, I've done a good job. So let me talk about the next problem, is transfer addiction. And a lot of people warned me about alcohol being the transfer addiction of choice for gastric sleeve and maybe even gastric bypass patients, not really sure. But I know for gastric sleeve, a lot of people have warned me about alcohol, being careful with alcohol, that kind of thing. And I know I mentioned we did wine tasting, that kind of thing. I've never had an addictive personality towards alcohol or drinks. And especially now, I'm just kind of like, I get like a little bit of a buzz. It goes away pretty fast. That's kind of boring to me, whatever, not interested. So that's kind of my mentality, is like, not interested. But you can get other transfer addictions, which I think people don't talk about. So there are people that get transfer addiction to sex. There are people that get transfer addiction to video games. Like there's all kinds of things. So I feel like I did get a transfer addiction from food, my focus on food, which I never even admitted that to my counselor, that I even had an addiction to food. So that was something that I hid from everyone, because I would just like binge eat on my own. And one day I'll do a video on my food addiction, but that's not today. I want to talk about the transfer addiction. So I think my transfer addiction is now shopping, and I'm trying to stop myself. And I know you're thinking like, that's so trivial, whatever. But it can be a big deal. Like if you're spending too much money on things you don't need, or maybe need, but you know. So like my entire wardrobe, I'm basically replacing. Well, now I feel like I've replaced it and I need to stop. But it's been hard, because I find all these really cute clothes and I'm like, oh my gosh, that'll look so great on my body now. Or, you know, that'll look great when I get to my goal weight. So I buy like these goal clothes and things like that. So I really need to stop myself, and I keep justifying it, saying, well, if I don't like it or don't like the way it fits eventually, I'll just list it on Poshmark. And that may be true, especially if like some of the clothes I'm buying now end up being too bulky or big on me later. I can always sell those just like I've sold my bigger clothes. And I have sold, I've sold hundreds of dollars worth of clothes. I've probably sold, let's see, just on Facebook, I think I sold like $450 worth of clothes. And then I think on Poshmark, it's probably about at $400. So I probably sold $800 to $900 worth on my clothing that I had. So that's awesome. Like, good deal. I need to sell more. I've got tons of shoes I don't need. So if you're a size 10, shop my Poshmark. I'll put the link down below in shoes. But I need to list more of those too, because I don't wear them all. So there's no point in it. But anyway, I think I keep thinking that it's okay. Like I keep justifying it in my mind, but I'm going to be honest. I think it's my transfer addiction and I need to come clean about that. And now that I've put that out in the universe, there you go. So maybe talking about it with you guys too will just make me feel like, okay, I've said it, it's time to back off. It's time to like put myself in check. So I think the hardest thing has been the Cantha Bay addiction because y'all, it hits hard. Like it's beautiful clothing, all one of a kind pieces. I know I'm just selling it to you right now, but that's hard for me because like I know it's like a good cause to set, like it's supporting good people. Like it's just, it's good all around. So that's hard for me because, you know, it's also free size clothing. So it'll fit me no matter how much weight I lose or gain, you know, if I ever have like the regain at the end or whatever. So I feel like I'm investing in those pieces that are gonna be long-term in my closet. And they also have a really good resale value because there's a buy sell trade page where people sell them basically at the cost they bought them. So I don't feel too bad for buying those pieces because I know like, once I've worn them to the point that I'm like, not really feeling this anymore, I can always repost it. So I don't know, I have feelings. But it's the other like clothes that I'm buying that I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I, you know, like it's that impulse buy and then that regrets of buying it. Like, oh gosh, now I've got another package coming. Why did I do that? So online shopping is my struggle. I think I need to just hide buy sell trade groups. I'm also in a slow fashion group, like a buy sell trade group on Facebook and a plus size slow fashion. And I found some great items on there. So like if you're looking for clothes, there's outlets out there where you can do that and not have to buy new, especially since you can't try stuff on in the stores right now anyway. So I just use my body measurements as a guide and I do online. Like I'm an online ordering fiend. So Gwenny B, I had Gwenny B, and I might do a whole video about Gwenny B because I love Gwenny B, but you can pause it now. I didn't know you could do that before, but you can only pay like $5 a month and keep your membership there. But since I've been losing weight so drastically and I'm not in the office at all, like I don't really have a need for all these really nice dresses to be coming in rotation to my closet and not wearing them. So I did pause my Gwenny B a few months ago and you know, I haven't been reaping the benefits of that. But once we start going back to the office once a week, which I don't know, that might be the new year, could be later than that, who knows? I might start Gwenny B back up just to have like a new dress every once in a while come through. And if you're not familiar with Gwenny B, you can try it before you buy it. So you can actually wear the clothes and then you can decide if you want to keep them and pay for it or if you want to send it back, that kind of thing. So kind of like Stitch Fix, except you actually get to borrow the item. So I loved it, but I don't have a need for it right now. I'm not going anywhere. Like I'm getting dressed for fun. I'm not going anywhere today, but I look put together and I'll take it. So, but yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk about those hard items that I feel like don't get enough attention. So transfer addiction, body dysmorphia, I'm dealing with it and I'm going to therapy. My counselor is great. I think it helps a lot. So if you're dealing with those things too, definitely seek out help, talk to people. I haven't even really talked to Steven much about it. I probably will after this video. I mean, not that he like watches my videos and we'll find out anyway, but I feel like it's not really something you talk to a guy about. So I don't know, but leave a comment below. Let me know if you have questions. Bye.